finally here, the backflip tutorial. I'm gonna be breaking this down into the simplest terms that I can think of to be able to do a backflip, starting from a trampoline all the way to doing it standing on ground. That way, if you have absolutely zero experience doing any sort of flip like this, or jumping on a trampoline even, you will be able to progress to be able to do it. Something that's gonna make this backflip a lot easier as well is finding a trampoline park, or if you have a backyard trampoline, just something that's gonna aid you in doing the backflip. And if you can find a spotter, that's going to help so much more. So without further ado, let's get it.
Step 1.
The first thing you're going to want to learn is how to jump on a trampoline. I know it seems very basic at first, but it has to be one of the key things that you learn before you start anything else. You can even try just bouncing in the same spot at least 3 times over and over and making sure you don't move side to side. The next thing you're going to want to do is incorporate your arms into the jump. That way you're getting as much momentum and height as possible.
Step 2.
Next, you're going to want to learn how to land on your back. So you're just going to stand still, jump up, land, and pop back on your feet. If this by itself is still scary, something else you can do is lie down on the trampoline flat on your back, lift your legs up, and just start to bounce. This is going to help you get much more comfortable on your back, as well as gain control while in the air.
Step 3.
This next step is what's called a pullover, but you're not going to start like this. First, you're going to want to make sure you can go to one of your sides. That way you're comfortable landing on your back and rolling. Then you're going to go more over your shoulder. This is going to help it feel more like a backflip and less of just a roll.
Step 4.
Make sure you have step 3 good and down before moving on to this next step. What you're going to want to do is get lots of height on this next pullover and get a big one so it feels more like a backflip.
Step 5.
This is definitely more of a bonus step, but if you want to be more comfortable landing on your back, try this. Be flat, drop, and pull over. You don't want to arch your back, and you definitely don't want to hollow out. Next, you can get a little bit of a jump and try it again.
Step 6.
Make sure you feel good and comfortable with all of the previous steps so you're ready to do the backflip. First, you're going to want to get a good set. Next, when you're doing it, make sure you're bringing your knees to your chest and not your chest to your knees. So putting together all of the previous jumping steps, we're going to jump, set, and tuck. Something that I see a lot of new people doing is they'll favor one knee over the other and they'll have a really weird backflip. And they just can't land it. Make sure you don't do that.
Step 7.
Here is where we'll start to learn it on ground. So with one bounce, get a good backflip. Once you're comfortable with that, get no bounce, bend down, and get a clean one. Something else extra that you can do once you're comfortable landing a backflip on a trampoline is doing it off of something onto something soft. There's also different ways you can set. 1, and 2. Now make sure you feel comfortable doing a backflip on a trampoline or off of something onto something soft before doing it flat. You can even flip this process by doing it from a trampoline onto a hard surface.
Step 8.
Do the backflip. Some other things that may help are doing it from a flat surface onto a soft mat. That way, if you're scared of falling or just can't commit, you will be okay and you can bail out of it. So let's review. First, jump. Then, be comfortable landing on your back. Then, pick a shoulder and roll over onto your side. Next, do a pullover. An additional step that you can do is doing a pullover back to your back to feel more comfortable with the rotation. Then, backflip. Practice with no bounce on a trampoline. Onto a soft mat and on flat ground. Thanks for watching.
Rest.